Hello and welcome friends, my name is Sonu Singh and once again you have started watching me to this year video. So today I'll talk about that how can you improve your English speaking. We all make efforts so that we can become English speaker, but there is something that stops us, there is something that creates a barrier for us. And what is this barrier? The barrier is of lack of words. And most of the students or people who are trying to learn English, they do one mistake, that they purchase the dictionary or they get any kind of list and then they start going through the list. If you are learning the word meaning from dictionary or from the list, that will not help you. Why? Because from list or from dictionary, you can learn the individual words, you can understand the meaning, but you will not be able to retain that meaning. When you have to talk or whenever you have to have any conversation with anyone, you feel that the words that you learned throughout the month or throughout the year is actually not coming to your mind to express yourself. So if you want to become a fluent speaker, it is very important to have the vocab, and there should be a strategy of learning the vocab. Let me give you an example that if you see a boy, within 1 or 2 years, he developed a vast number of vocab. Like if he has to explain something without any hindrance, without any problem, he can express. Like for a half year of boy, and he will not have any problem of words. Like if he wants to purchase anything, if he needs anything, he will explain it perfectly. But on the other hand, if we are learning English for 1 year or 2 years, still we find it difficult to explain all the situation and to express ourselves comfortably. Why? Because we have the word power, but we do not actually get it on time. So if you want to get all the learned words on time, you have to do one thing, that you have to understand the words with its context. Context means, suppose you are reading the paragraph, or you are listening a lecture, or you are watching the video. So the words that you get that time, you are getting it in a phrase, in a sentence, in a dialogue. And when you get any word through the dialogue, it creates a context in your mind. You actually understand the situation, and that's how you retain the meaning of that word. So in the same manner, if you also want to increase your fluency, if you also want to be a good speaker, you have to follow the different strategy. And what can be the different strategy? It is of course not learning the word meaning from the list or from the dictionary, because that will always be in vain. Like you will learn it, but you will not be able to use it. So how can you understand the context? Well, you have to engage yourself at a different level. If you want to learn this language, then you have to work on certain aspect. Just imagine that suppose you know how to speak English. What will you do? You would listen English, you would listen English entertainment or news in English language, you would listen the commentary in English language. Next, if you have to read newspaper, you would prefer English newspaper. So if you have to write something or if you have to speak something, you would prefer writing and speaking in English language. It means that you are engaging in English language at certain aspect of input. So in the same manner, maybe you're a beginner, but you have to try all the formula that a good English speaker try, and that is engaging yourself in the different format of communication. If you engage yourself in different format of communication, there are chances that you will understand the words with its context, with its situation. And in that situation, it will be very easy for you to retain the meaning of that word. I'm not saying that you have to learn 20 words or 25 words per day. If you are learning 5 words one day, that will be sufficient. But make sure that you will actually understand the word with the help of phrases, with the help of context. And next, if you are learning 4 to 5 words every day, make sure that in your day you would make some sentence, you would practice it sometimes, because when you learn the words, it is very important to understand it fully, to understand that in which situation, at what place you can use that word. And that is only possible by generating the sentence. Write, speak, but maybe try to use all those 4 5 words various times so that you can exactly understand. And it is just a mechanism. If you learn the strategy that how can you retain the word meaning, it will not take you much time. Yes, in the beginning it may be an embarrassment for you, because in beginning we are learning this language, and when your mind gets a conflict with anyone, your body feels weaker. Why? Because our physiology, our physique, our energy respond to our thought. And when you are having any kind of difficulty, you will feel weak, you will feel lazy, you will feel like, okay, I'll do it next day. But if you just learn that how can you retain the meaning of words, it will not take you much time. So if you are determined enough to speak English, if you are determined enough to become one of the best communicator in English language, follow this idea. And thank you for staying with me. If you like this video, then hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends. Thank you for staying with me. See you in next video.